This man walks away from this woman's thirst trap at the gym. This clip will be at the end of the video. Stay tuned till then to find it, but in this first one, it is absolutely not good either. This random TikToker wants this man to rate her.
What would you rate me out of 10?
7.
7. Why? Why not higher? Do you not like the goth?
Because
the pixie?
Because I am from a different background, different culture, so I look beauty in other sense, so that's why
Fair
I
enough.
7.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
He's a very polite man, but in my opinion, this guy is being way too generous. Any woman out there who's doing this TikTok rate me thing is an absolute 0.
Gotcha.
Woman that goes into the gym and you ask yourself, like, why does every man stare at me? Why don't I get approached by these men? Is something wrong with me? I'm gonna tell you the answer. I'm not being delulu. This is just facts. I know it, and I've heard it from men saying why they don't approach me. The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value. A lot of men just want to have fun, so they go and push themselves on women that they think don't have high value. This is the truth. Like, I'm trying to be kind, but that is the truth. If you are not getting approached in a place where everyone's breaking their necks to stare at you, they know that if they approach you, you will hurt their ego. And they know that you are better than them. Men can sense if a woman is better than them, and that intimidates them. That just makes them scared, like, oh shit, like, no woman can be better than me. And personally, I take this as a compliment if I'm out in public getting a lot of stares.
I think I can speak for most guys right now. That's actually not the reason at all. The only reason guys don't really approach girls in the gym is because they're shy. That's it. Oh, she's high value and I don't want to hurt my ego. Type of weird cycle thing to say is that. And I think it's funny seeing someone confidently spew out nonsense on a subject they know nothing about, and then to go ahead and label themselves high value. Go outside and touch some grass, please. I can assure you it's not that deep, all right?
Yeah, this is a different level of cope for sure. Gassing up your own ego just because you think you're high value and that's why men are not approaching you is just not it. And honestly, as a big gym goer myself, I'll explain the real reason why a lot of men just do not want to approach girls at the gym. Of course, I've seen so many pretty women there, but I'm at the gym to work out and I don't want to make that place an awkward setting at all for any of the women I ever talk to. But there is just too much risk with approaching girls at the gym, ruining my gym experience forever.
Messed up. He still manages to ride and do things like that.
Say I don't agree with the part about me being horny all hours of the day. A few hours in the day, yes, but not all hours.
Each other. Okay. See. Oh shit. Stay there, walk her down. That's it, walk her down. Stay there. Go forward, fast. Yes.
Now, this is actually the first time I've seen hand-to-hand karate like this, or whatever this is, and honestly, they're actually going at it. They're actually going pretty hard, so I'll give them props for this. I'm not going to shame them at all. This is tough.
What are you gonna do with that?
Squat it. We're done.
Oh, watch it. You look strong.
He comes up to show her some love, to hype her up, then stands off to the side just in case she needs a spot. But she doesn't because Khadijah, I hope I said your name right, you are incredible. That was a super impressive.
Your social media and especially women on TikTok have destroyed the gym culture, especially around men. They think that if a man is trying to talk to a woman, he's just being a creep. But in reality, we're just trying to help you guys out. This is a W interaction and there should be a lot more of this.
Wouldn't you have ended up with a billionaire?
I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't. I haven't ended up with a billionaire. And I'll show you the DMs. I got Neymar in my DMs.
Wait,
and I curve him. I'm not like these girls. Oh my God. Let me. He was acting like a silly ass dumbass, and he a billionaire, but he's silly to me. He's still a goofy.
Saying that.
Why was he silly to you?
He was acting like I just didn't catch the vibe, but just stay there like acting like they like acting, but just because he got money.
What do you mean by he was kind of a pussy?
Disrespectful. Not a pussy, but he was just acting mad goofy.
Yeah, Neymar is definitely one of the best players in the most popular sport ever. Just because he messaged you all because you just wanted to hit doesn't mean he's being a creep. He's probably hitting up a bunch of other women as well. Did you really think he's gonna settle down for a girl who does OnlyFans? Absolutely not.
I am enough as I am. I am worthy of all the good in my life.
You're just a bitch.
Would you rather have me or this BMW M4 company?
I think any man with a logical brain will always choose the car over the girl, but let me know in the comments.
Thank God, finally. What the fuck?
Well, so the thing is I already sent him to the graveyard, so I don't know, like, which number is his.
If she got a random list of men on her notes app, run away immediately. She's a huge red flag. Now sure, yes, this is a prank, it's supposed to be funny, but the hair pulling at the end was just so unnecessary.
I think just because I take care of the family and I give birth to the children, then I'm providing so much to the table. No, he can do it with any woman. What's the value you're bringing to this man's table other than you giving birth and you handling the household? You have to have certain characteristics of value. You can't just be eating off a table full of food. You gotta add to the table. Do you bring him spiritual awakening? Do you bring him peace? Do you bring him love? Do you bring him nurturing? Do you calm him? It's not just a one-way thing where a man has to be alpha and she's on the loose.
I like this one.
Yeah, the women who understand this and actually apply this mindset in their life will be in happy, healthy relationships the rest of their lives because they're actually contributing in the relationship. But the ones who don't and think that they deserve some kind of princess treatment will be sad and single forever.
Comes to your mind if I say what would you say men are better at than women?
I think men are better at probably
It's like muscle stuff. Usually we're pretty good at.
I think women are just as strong as men.
Physically?
Yeah, I do.
But they're not though, right? She's not okay. She's not crying. I didn't ask any. I was just asking what's the difference between men and women.
Yeah, I definitely saw the crying as well. It almost looked like she's having like a mental breakdown in her head. And he's just asking a very simple question. There was no trick question here. She really made the problem in her own head. But for those who still think that a strong woman is better than an average man, here's another clip.
Okay? No, I'm just kicking. Look, she's pissed. She's actually angry right now.
If you win again, she might punch you.
I kind of want to see it.
I know, me too.
Can we get a flex off? 2, 1, go!
Get it done, girl. Get it done.
Come on!
Let's go. Smash it, smash it.
Turn! Go! Ryan, go! Go! Grab the table with your other arm. Pull! Pull! Come on, Come on! Come on, Ryan! Ryan, stop laughing! Come on!
Oh my God.
Push! Go! Go! She's quitting!
Oh, come on!
Hit her!
A little more,
Hit
dude!
Her. Go! Ryan, come on, bro! Put her down! He wins! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this clip actually caught me off guard. You would think a woman that is on this much steroids and lifts this much is actually gonna beat a man who's just an average dude. But at the end of the day, I guess it's still not enough.
So my husband hasn't been able to find a job for the last 30 years. The job market just has been so bad lately, and I can see that he really does want to work. But unfortunately, with the 2008 financial crisis, he hasn't been able to find an accounting job.
Hey, Susan. I just want to interrupt you. This has nothing to do with the mechanics of finding a job.
Okay.
He doesn't want to work.
It's really hard. I do accept that concept.
I know. But
I hear from him that he does, but I don't see him taking the steps.
But behavior's a
into other
language.
areas.
Behavior's a language. What's he been telling you for a decade?
I mean, he said he has applied everywhere, even at McDonald's for CFO positions, and keeps getting no response.
And his behavior for a decade is, I know that you're scared, I know you're exhausted, I know you're freaked out about bills, you go do something about it, I'm not going to.
Yeah, her husband hasn't worked in 30 years and he's using the excuse that he can't find a job. I'm sorry, but he is absolutely BSing and he's just making excuses. I understand the job market is hard right now, but for not finding a job in 30 years, especially just a basic job, he's just not trying hard enough, and yes, she has a right to leave him.
When women have a lot of partners, it is different. It is worse in a way, and people don't want to admit that. But because we are more emotional, there is an attachment. It isn't just sex for women. I think women are damaged by those relationships. Women like to think, because of the social simulation, that it can just be sex, it's whatever. Non-committal, the only people that benefit from that lie are men. It is not great to have sex and have a man not call you back. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter if a BuzzFeed article says it does. I had a wonderful weekend and this is why I had sex and didn't worry about it. You feel used, and especially, I would say, if you're not a sex worker and a man does that and never calls you back, and you don't even have money to show for it, I think it diminishes your self-worth even more than your worth to a man.
Yeah, the fact that all of these OnlyFans chicks and all these women were actually nodding their heads in agreement to Candace shows that she is making a lot of sense. And this isn't the first time someone said this, but you definitely rarely hear this from women. Probably why they were paying more attention than usual.
This guy, who goes by Mr. Broken Bones, spent $80,000 to get taller with height extension surgery starting at a height of 5'5". He had 2 surgeries where doctors broke his bones in 6 places and implanted devices called fixators to stretch his legs. While he recovered for 6 months, he lived in a rehab facility and had to turn a handle on his fixators every day. After that, he spent almost a year regaining the muscle he lost so he could walk normally again. This is him standing next to his friend before the surgery, and here he is after gaining 7 inches, now at 6 feet tall.
Yeah, this is something called limb lengthening. And yes, even though it's a lot of money, there's also so much risk to it. And it's a new thing. It's not something we have so much studies on. And we can promise that it's healthy and it's going to be okay for the rest of this man's life. For all we know, this man could be paralyzed halfway through his life, but here are just some of the risks that are attributed with it. In my opinion, you're just better off being confident for who you are than trying to risk all of this, all because what? You want women?
I love abortion. Your stuff sucks.
You love abortion?
Yes.
What do you love about it? What do you like about it?
I like that people don't die through birth, and also babies aren't being born to people who don't want babies. People who don't want babies don't raise children well, and that is just going to add more children
to the foster care system. So do you think we should kill all the kids in foster care then?
Excuse me?
Is that what you're saying? That,
no.
Well, why would it be wrong, ma'am? Why would it be
wrong to kill living children?
Yes.
Do you hear the words coming out of your mouth?
Well, the question is, do you hear the words coming out of your mouth? The child in the womb is living, ma'am. Do you think the child in the womb is dead?
Do you think that a clump of cells is alive? Because
the child in the womb is definitely alive, ma'am.
Yeah, this woman could not keep up mentally with the argument, so she just decided to run away from it. Listen, if you guys want to engage in debates, at least prepare yourself for the opposing arguments. Don't think that you're just gonna make a point and run away and you're just gonna win the argument. You look like an idiot.
Being a mother is the hardest job out there.
Most difficult job, and Oprah said that.
Oprah said that, yeah. Has your opinion on that phrase changed at all since you've had a kid?
No. It's not the most difficult job on the planet. It just isn't. Dude, I did roofing in July. As a redhead, I almost died. There's people that work on like oil. What was that movie that guy made? The oil, they
There Will Be Blood?
oil. What is it?
There Will Be Blood?
There Will Be Blood. The out in the ocean, they would drill. I can never remember the names.
Deepwater.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
was
Deepwater Horizon. Yeah.
Those guys were working on an oil rig. The fucking thing blows up. They're on fire. They got to jump into water that's on fire. Salty water into their wounds. You got to swim out of that oil and fire, and then tread water, praying to God that the Coast Guard is going to get there before the sharks do. Now talk to me about a toddler. Oh, he was so fussy today. He wouldn't eat his peas. Yeah, and just the level of reward that is, as annoying as a kid is, like they smile at you and it's over. It's over. So, I mean, you don't get that.
you know, working on an oil rig when your buddy's greasy face lights up.
Yeah, this man is always speaking facts. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Obviously, being a mother is a hard job. And honestly, I'm willing to say it's one of the most important jobs out there. A lot of people underestimate how important being a mother really is. Specifically because nowadays, we don't have too much of them out there. A lot of women are working. But we can definitely see the side effects of that within the next generation of children. But for any woman to make the argument and say that this is harder than a guy who works in an oil rig or a construction worker, you just sound absolutely foolish. It's not the case. Now, you guys can argue that this is a skit. However, you guys would be absolutely surprised how often this really happens in person. Now, like I said, I'm a huge gym guy. I've been going to the gym probably for around 10 years, and I've seen the craziest things ever, especially things like this. For women who are trying to attract men, and you best believe that these men are not entertaining it. They do the same thing that this guy did, and they just walk away, go to a different machine. If a girl really wants to like a man and wants to get his attention, how about you just approach him? And don't do this to yourself, making it a very uncomfortable experience so he can approach you first. But that is just my opinion, guys. We can just wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys do want more content like this, please watch the video as you guys see the top screen. It is so much in Allah. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.